My name is Lael Odhner, and I'm the co-founder and CTO of Righthand Robotics. We are a small but growing robotics company in Somerville, Massachusetts, working on the problem of robotic grasping and manipulation. I came to MIT back in 1999, and I stayed as long as I could. I loved it. I did a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate in robotics in mechanical engineering. And during that time, I developed a fascination with human hands. My own work was somewhat peripheral to the problem, but largely related to the problem of how you can produce muscles dense enough to articulate something like the human hand. So your hand has a lot of bones in it, and a lot of independent degrees of freedom. I think maybe 32 or 33, something like that. But when I graduated, I decided I wanted to really move more in the direction of attempting to replicate the human ability to manipulate. So I spent 5 years down at Yale working as soft money faculty on a DARPA program, and our job in that program was to try to make a low-cost, highly dexterous robot hand for disposal of dangerous objects, bomb squad type scenarios. And we were placed on relatively tight cost constraints. So that focused the mind marvelously. We put together these hands that had been sort of designed from the ground up around a small but very important set of basic tasks as far as picking things up between the fingers or picking things up in the whole hand. And we were able to just ace the tests that DARPA had set up for evaluating this kind of technology. But we realized pretty quickly as we had finished that project that the real applications were not really military in nature. E-commerce was growing and still is growing at double-digit rates. So we put together a pitch at the MIT 100K competition, I think it was in 2012, and we made it to the semifinals in products and services, which is, pretty respectable. I think that's one of the bigger divisions. But in the process, I think the most important thing about it was that we got the attention of a number of large retailers and large robotics companies, including Kiva Systems. The CEO, Mick Mounts, called us up afterwards and offered us a lot of really great advice. And that pretty much convinced us, just seeing the amount of energy it generated just to throw the idea out there, that we really needed to refocus specifically on this and start a company dedicated to trying to grasp and manipulate everyday objects in the context of e-commerce order fulfillment.